Good morning. I'm Brother Wesley Wright with Wright Family Ministries. I want to read to you some verses today out of Matthew chapter 7, and then I have a pre-prepared message. It says, "Judge not that ye be not judged, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, Let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then wilt thou see clearly to cast out the mote of thy brother's eye." And I'm going to jump straight to my message that I've already pre-written here. And it says, "Let us reflect on the pastor who selflessly dedicated his life to guiding his church with every gift God bestowed upon him. He labored tirelessly to ensure that his message resonated with the congregation and met their needs. With unwavering dedication, he served his community only to find one day that his flock had dispersed. The elders had passed on, the congregation had turned against one another, consumed by petty squabbles. The church he once knew was gone, leaving him alone, wondering why his efforts seemed to be in vain. But we must remember that when we prioritize our differences over God's work, we stray from our purpose. Let us humble ourselves, return to the house of God, and entrust our problems to Him. Let us seek God and put Him first in our lives, so that we may rediscover our true path and fulfill our purpose. Too many times today, people go into the house of God and they're judging. We're judging our neighbor, and we have squabbles and differences. And, pull out the beam out of thine own eye, Fix yourself before you can try to fix somebody else. Whatever your differences may be, you need to work on you and self-reflection and your relationship with Christ. Quit worrying about your squabbles and your petty differences, because if so, you're putting your needs above God. You're putting your differences above the Word of God. We can't have this in today's society. With today's world, we have so much going on that, the devil is trying to break our churches apart and to break us down. And we need not become instruments of the devil. We need to be there for the Lord, and we need to be whole in the glory of God. It's just this is a simple, sweet message today. It's kind of somber, but it's kind of the truth. It's what we need to see today. To get the people back into the house of God. Let's squash our differences. And some of us may even not agree with what the pastor is preaching, but sometimes if that message affects us in such a way, if he's a true instrument of God, maybe we need to start focusing on our own lives. It's truly we have to take ourselves out of it. We have to start putting God first. This has been something that's been coming to me. And I've heard this message a few times amongst a couple of different congregations, but it's God first. Always God first. We should be seeking God first. If we seek Him, and He will fulfill our desires. Squash our differences. Squash these petty little squabbles we have amongst ourselves. Love thy neighbor. Seek God. Find Him. Let Him absolve your problems. Take your problems to God. He already knows what's there. You just take it to Him. Quit fighting amongst ourselves. Quit breaking apart our churches. Don't be tools of Satan. That's just we have to seek Christ every day and pray every day over anything that we have going on. It's just we see this so much in today's churches, and seeing the little churches break apart. And, we drive past these little churches and see 5 or 6 cars in the parking lot, and people in your own community is driving right past the door, and it's because of differences that mean nothing. It's petty. You know, those differences are not greater than the Lord. Those differences mean nothing in the eyes of the Lord. You pray to Him, seek Him. He will lead people to righteousness. You know, it's a big, you know, that's a big ordeal in today's churches. But this was my message for the day. I love you. God bless, and love you all.